So crew here at River Bluff is the Center for Life. We have over 2,000 students. It is the only course that we have that meets every single day of the week, and I think that that is so important for the structure that we've built because it is where we want every kid to feel at home.
So at Mel's, we actually have the wonderful, wonderful pleasure of having a very diverse school. We want to cater to that and celebrate that, really. Crew really opens up this space for getting to know each other on a different level.
At River Bluff, crew is designed around 4 compelling questions. In the 9th grade, who am I? In the 10th grade, where am I? In the 11th grade, where am I going? And in the 12th grade, how can I be a better local to global citizen? That culminates in an impact project where senior crews choose a compelling topic with which to provide impact to their local community.
We're going to find an issue in your local community.
Pitch their topic, which they have created in advance that's research oriented, to their crewmates.
Restate the pitch several times so that people have a clear understanding of what they're arguing for.
Come up with a plan that can make a positive impact.
Bringing in experts and finding areas for field work, getting an in-depth perspective of the issue.
And then after that, we're going to actually go and do it.
With our Impact Conference, which is a student-created conference for students by students.
We can all join in on this chain reaction.
We encourage students, find the place with which you're most passionate and then serve.
Everybody has a different idea that they really believe in that should be voiced and heard.
We want all crewmates to be able to discuss every single issue equitably.
Everybody comes from different perspectives, different backgrounds.
The use of protocols is really important. We'll move into our corners. I've got them labeled for us today, so we strongly agree here.
We have built a relationship in crew where we are comfortable with what we are saying and we don't have to hide anything.
We value multiple perspectives here at River Bluff, and that's something we emphasize with our students, but also with ourselves.
There's just no way we could do this without a crew design team.
Crew design team, this is a mixture of teachers from all discipline levels and all grade levels and all content areas, and we come together several times throughout the year. It's a space for individual grade level writing, but also for the structure of crew holistically.
So that we can support each other and support our kids.
I do wish that every single teacher in this building would have the experience at least once just to be a part of that team and see what it looks like to design a curriculum for the macro level of 2,000 kids. Every single crew has a different culture and a different vibe, and one curriculum doesn't fit every single crew individually. So the curriculum we write is intended to be flexible so that crew leaders can take that and make it their own.
We want more of like an intention for things, so we added a project at the end of every case study. So now we're doing.
Everybody's got a different opinion. Nobody's is less valuable than somebody else's, and that's how we innovate and how we grow. As we continue to get bigger, literally in size of our student body, but also in our efforts and our initiatives, crew is the one thing that stays the same. And I think the consistency of that home base of the crew space is so important to keeping the culture and our value system alive.
One of the ways crew helps to address some of these issues of difference and identity, we've really started to develop a strong sense of what needs to happen in terms of crew curriculum here at Mel's.
We came up with the idea of building some case studies in each grade that really spoke to some of the challenges that we were having.
Because of the elements that you brought to the room with you and continue to bring with you. Crew case studies are the unit of study that is being focused on within the crew space. So they're catered to the grade level, what's developmentally appropriate. So in 6th grade, these are the things that we're expecting to come up. In 7th grade, these are the things we're expecting to come up. So it's the lens through which students will be discussing all that behavioral, social, emotional support and needs.
And a family is a family is a family. We learned how families are all different. Like some families have 2 moms or 2 dads, or some families have no children at all.
Because even though people are different, that doesn't mean they're not really a family. And even though they're separated or something, that's still a family.
And really allowing kids to bring in what's going on in their house to our crew family. Students had the opportunity to bring in artifacts from their homes that represent their families. So I'm going to be putting these around the room, and we're going to do a silent gallery walk.
We walked around looking for connections through people's artifacts. Like, one artifact might have been a picture of your grandfather. Another artifact could have been stuffed animals that really applied to you, like things that got you through tough times. And I learned some good things, some bad things, some sad things, some happy things about different people in my crew.
Because of this case study, I feel like so much faster I've been able to understand kids and like what informs their perspective.
The one I really liked was from Catherine, and she said, I have a connection with Elias because my teachers from my old school was like my second family.
A lot of kids wanted to talk about like their immigration stories or their families that live other places, and at first they thought it was racist if they talked about that, but like as we like unpacked that and just like defined things, they were able to like, oh, okay, I can talk about this is okay. In our last 6th grade case study, it's called, Untitled After the book, it's called Let's Talk About Race, and we're gonna do just that.
And in Let's Talk About Race, we learned what race really was, and it was like kind of like making it less of like a taboo subject. The case studies have definitely like helped us to celebrate our differences.
We're really trying to tease those case studies out and push our thinking to really get some more courageous conversations out of them.
The reason why we're going to focus on trust is because someone from this crew came up to me and said that they didn't want to share their Humans of Mel's story because they felt like they couldn't trust the people in this crew. All the 7th graders, we are working on this case study called Humans of Mel's. Our project is, at the end, is to be able to share personal stories.
We've never been a hardcore, this is the curriculum you must teach. We try to be responsive to what teachers and students are needing at any given moment.
I decided to do this trust activity so that way when we get to those lessons, it'll feel more comfortable for them to be able to share.
Like if you have a friend and they tell you a secret and like you're telling everybody, like what Kellen said, it's not really a secret.
When students have that opportunity to be themselves and speak their truth, we can get to know each other on a level that's not usually present in most school buildings or classrooms.
Case studies and crew provide a lens for students really engaging in examining societal issues or developmentally challenging questions that they're engaging with at the time.
Who our students are as they come into the building and who they become throughout this 6-year, 7-year journey that they have with us.